Hey guys, I'm going to try to live calm this the best I can because I do not have any recording equipment. So, here we go. Today is June 2nd, 2017. It's a good day. We got a nice little trailer for Need for Speed Payback and it looks fantastic. Now, that's just from my opinion, and I did go into the comment section, and you should never go into a comment section if you like the game, because you're always going to get butthurt some way, somehow, because it's always people just complaining about the game. Like, now it's going to be people complaining about how it looks like Fast and the Furious, the run, the crew. It's like, honestly, I don't care. It looks good. I'm not going to criticize it for what it looks like now, because it was only a minute and a half long trailer. Now, we could go ahead and jump to conclusions and say, oh yeah, it's going to be a fantastic game, or it's going to be a terrible game, because look at these, like, look at this storyline, it doesn't look that great. But again, it was only a minute and a half, and we're going to see more in E3, hopefully, maybe some gameplay, so we can start buffing out some issues that we had in 2015. 2015, now, I put quite a bit of time into this, around 240 hours, and I had fun with it. It's definitely brought me back the feeling of being like playing Underground, going back to my roots, playing Underground 2, then not really Most Wanted, because Most Wanted was in the daylight, as in Rog said at the beginning of that, like, let's see what you can do in the daylight, and it's like, it's funny, haha, Underground was nighttime. So that brings me up to the first main focus, is that it's a day and night cycle. If people aren't happy about this, then I don't know what they couldn't be happy about. Because, I mean, I did like the dark, I didn't mind it. Did definitely definitely brought back a whole bunch of Underground vibe. Just street racing in the dark is fantastic. I like it. It makes me feel like I'm a little bit edgy, like I'm Batman. Batman did a street race. But, yeah, so I just like I like the day-night cycle. It does make me happy that's back, that's returning. Next would be story. Now, the story on Need for Speed 2015, it was a little bit. That's probably the best definition for it. It's there, but there's nothing that makes you really want to progress through it, except for unlocking things. The characters, now, I didn't really feel attached to anybody. No one really stood out. I mean, I know my friend, he said he wanted to punch Spike in the face several times, and I don't blame him, he's annoying. But yet again, he's that annoying, lovable idiot, but yet again, they really didn't portray that very well. They tried having phone dialogue, and the phone dialogue was confusing at times, and I didn't know what was going on. So I just kind of like left it up to like speculation, like, oh yeah, they're just like having a casual conversation with each other. Who cares? But yeah, the story on this one, it does look a lot more explosive, a lot more exciting. I mean, people did complain how it looks like Fast and Furious 9 or the crew, the run. In all honesty, if it's any of those, then I'm fine with it, because I love Fast and Furious, I love the crew, I love Need for Speed the Run. Granted, I mean, it wasn't that big of a game, but I mean, if they can expand on it, that's fine. So they did fix the story quite a bit. It's actually more involving. Yeah, and then one thing that a lot of people did complain about in 2015 was the handling model, but that is one thing that you can't really decipher how it's going to drive until you're actually playing it, or unless you see gameplay from E3. But yet again, it's not E3 or anywhere near, I guess they wouldn't be in E3, it would be EA Play or whatever it is. Something dumb that they wanted to be like, oh look at we're EA. Wow, that was mumble. But yeah, it's just it's Need for Speed. I'm excited. I don't care how the handling is, because the handling model in this did make some of the cars unusable, and I kind of got angry about that, because for me, I didn't like how the 240 felt and I love that car. I guess it wouldn't be 240 anymore. It would be the i80SX. I didn't like how it felt, so it kind of just like turned me off majorly to the car, and that's like one of my all-time favorite cars. So I really hope that it's more like in depth with the tuning. I know that they already have like customization, as in like you could do hoods, wheels, tire smoke. Even you could do the color of your flame whenever you like use the NOS and stuff like that. Like, it's just, they're going really in depth with the customization in this, and you could definitely tell from all the stuff that they've released so far. The trailers, they have tinted windows, not tinted windows, tinted headlights and taillights. From the pictures and the trailers that you saw, they had blue lights, and man, I'm excited about that because I never got to play around with that stuff except for, of course, Underground too. But it was like kind of really dull and boring, just like, oh, let me put on yellow lights or purple lights. I didn't really care about that. I just usually kept those off because they looked hideous. But now that we can, like, it's almost like full customization, and I'm really excited for it. I hope they really thought it out more than this game, because this game they tried keeping it real. With all the body kits from Liberty Walk and Rocket Bunny and all these other kinds of performance mods. So people need to calm down because it is June 2nd. We have until November 10th to see what they have and if it's going to be exciting. And yeah, I just hate how people jump to conclusions and think that things are going to be like terrible or things are going. It's all a matter of time. Things would patch up. They're obviously listening with the whole entire day-night cycle story. Even the cops. So the cops are terrible in this game. It obviously looks like they ramped them up a lot. So it's just, I'm really excited. I can't wait for the next one, and here's to November 10th. Talk to you guys later. Neil Emerson out.